It's the 5th of July, but I'm talking to an American treasure. I'm talking to Latina superstar Maria Conchita Alonso next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Cuba.
We're hearing your new song, Shake It Out. Shake It Out.
I love it.
Nice summer song.
It's nice summer.
Yeah,
It's a song to, well, it's a summer song, but it will be forever.
Yeah.
Because it's a song to get stressed out of your daily craziness in life.
Oh yeah. That's why I guess we're gonna talk more about the song a little later, but I just want people to hear a little bit of it.
Yes, let's.
Of course, that's her new single. Hi, you guys. This is Spotlight On here on AfterBuzzTV.com, and I'm your host James Lott Jr. And you can follow me, of course, at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. We're here on YouTube and iTunes under Spotlight On, and she'll be under that too now after we talk to her. She's been in countless film, TV projects like Moscow on the Hudson, Predator 2, The House of Spirits, Colors, and Viva Hollywood, Desperate Housewives. I mean, that just can go on and on.
Running Man.
I mean, you've done so many different
Vampires,
things.
you say?
Yeah, your IMDb goes long. Yes. She's also done Broadway. You did Kiss the Spider Woman.
I did. I starred after Vanessa Williams. Chita Rivera started it, and then Vanessa, and then myself.
Yeah, I know. It's a good one too. But she's also a music star too. Okay, folks, and we're going to talk about her new music. But she's also been doing this since the 70s.
Do we have to say that?
It's only a few years ago.
God.
Only a few years ago.
I can't believe it. It's like I'm watching this show, which it was canceled, and I'm like so sad. Vinyl, you know?
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I was younger in that era, but still a lot of that I lived.
Yeah, I listened to it too. I know.
And it was like, oh my God, look, oh my God, remember. Oh my. Yesterday I went and I bought like 10 vinyl records. I have a record player.
I have one too.
Yeah, I love it. But
I
I bought it like 6 years ago. And now it's again happening.
It is happening again, actually. Vinyl is in. Her first #1 hit was in 1979 called Love Maniac, which I did like that song when it came out. I loved it. And her new single is called Shake It Out. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep calling her La Reina because she is the queen. Because she is. For you, don't speak Spanish, but I do. Maria Conchita Alonso. How are you?
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Now, can you do me one big favor?
Okay.
First, actually, belated Felicidades. She just had a birthday.
I did.
It's the same day as my mama's.
Really? The June 29th?
June 29th. So she's a big fan. In that camera, her name is Bonita, actually.
No kidding.
Not kidding at all. Can you actually say birthday?
Oh my God, Bonita means very pretty.
Yes.
For those who don't speak Spanish. So Bonita, cumpleaños feliz. I hope you had a great one. Doing whatever you felt like doing. Being wherever you wanted to be and with whom you felt like being. That's what I tell people in their birthdays.
Yeah.
You know, it's just about whatever you want to do that day. It doesn't have to matter about. It's not about having a big party or eating a cake or nothing. No, it's just like doing whatever you want to do, whatever it is.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
Thanks for dinner for my mom. She'll be happy to see that. I'm very happy. Okay, so I want to start by actually playing something from your past.
Oh my God.
That is wonderful because your career, you're one of the people who has a dual career.
Yes. Or
musician,
a triple.
A triple. You got a lot of careers. But you know, a lot of times they say you get to do one or the other.
Yes,
You do both.
Yes, I do.
And you do both. So let's first show you from 1975, the Miss World pageant.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, I was Miss Venezuela for the Miss World pageant.
Wow.
And, back then there were no...
Look how beautiful you were. Look at that.
Look, see that dress?
Yeah.
I gained weight, and that was not the dress that I had brought to compete with, and I had to get that dress the day before.
Oh my God.
Because I gained like a size.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I was very nervous, and I ate everything, and all the bodyguards were my friends, and they gave me cookies and crackers. Now I'm like thinking like, oh my God. Yeah. So you see, look, we had no shoes.
That's right, there's no shoes.
Back then, it was so natural. No makeup, no surgeries. No, it was really nowadays it's like surgery everywhere.
Yes. I didn't know there's no shoes. I'm like, that's you're right.
No shoes. It was like very natural.
Yeah.
So you won because you were real. You were born like that.
Well, look at you. You are curvy, which is like you don't see that much anymore. I mean, it's beautiful. Curves are beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
but I had a size more. Look, listen to this. This is cool.
You've been very kind to us because you've got more names than Maria Alonso, I believe, but you just said Maria Alonso will do because we can't pronounce them all. Is that right?
No, I don't like Maria Alonso. I like Maria Conchita.
That's right, kids.
Maria
That's right.
Conchita.
Maria Conchita Alonso.
So yeah, I was 600 up.
Wow, that's great.
Gaining weight. I was the second favorite when I arrived to London, and then Germany was the first one. I remember my mother saying, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing here?" When when she saw Germany, she was the first favorite, and I was the second. But then my gaining weight, and also I think that was the main reason why.
I think it's just so funny because I know people who are fans of yours, and Valeria Blanco in here says, "I love you, Maria Conchita."
Valeria Piolinilla, I love her. She's from. She's a great example. She's from Mexico.
Okay.
She's my number one lead of the pack.
Oh, wow.
She was my fan since she was 19, 20 years old. I have a lot of youth in my fan book.
Yeah, well, you're very youthful. You're very youthful.
That's why. Yeah, I have 17-year-olds. I have 14 years old, and it's a beautiful thing because I think just very few in the Anglo world have that. I would say maybe Cher.
Yes.
Tina Turner.
Yes, that's true.
Madonna.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And it's just I guess the energy you portray, and which is it's beautiful to have teenagers as well as people in their 80s.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Everybody should be with me. Why not?
Well, why not? I understand.
Men, women.
Yeah, exactly. I totally understand.
Everything.
I totally understand that. I like that. So I mean, because since I do follow you, and I'm a fan of yours, and I follow you. It's funny to see that you did that.
Yes.
And you're such an activist, and you're so. I mean, today, like you're such. I mean, your journey.
I would have never believed I was going to be. First, I was going to put my career 85% on hold to be a political activist, which I did.
Yeah, you did.
Fighting for democracy and human rights, respect. And I got tired of it. Not 100%, but now I turned around. Now I'm going to be 85% about me and my career, my life, and that 15, 20, 15, 10%, whatever, is going to be still fighting for human rights and democracy, freedom.
You can do both, right? You can do both.
It's very weird because although I don't like politics, I dislike it very much. I would say I hate it. It's like you have to choose from which one is the worst, the better worst. Or how do you say? How would you say that?
There's a saying they say all the time. It's like the better of two evils. Or something.
Which one is it? Because really, there's just very, very few. Maybe in my hand I can count the ones that I believe in and that really are doing it to help, not to help themselves.
Got it.
Yes. But it really, but once you get into it, it's so hard to get out.
Yeah, right.
It's very hard, and like today is the 5th of July, is the independence of Venezuela.
Yeah.
And it's not really independence because Cuba owns Venezuela.
Right.
The so-called president was born in Colombia, so he he can't be president.
Yeah, right. You're not even from Venezuela. Yeah.
It's like the cars come from China.
Yeah.
The food comes from everywhere. We had everything. So what are we celebrating? We can't celebrate 5th of July. Forget it. Yesterday was an amazing day here in the United States. Something incredible that all the Americans should know. No matter there are things to fix, yes, there are. There always will be. Yeah. But how lucky it is to be in this country, and you won't realize that really until it's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what happened in Venezuela. Before, people were saying,
there's no food. There's no food there.
There's no food. There's no medicine. Kids are dying.
I know.
From lack of stupid little
things. Right.
People
exactly.
are throwing themselves from buildings because they can't. And you can see that on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I've seen. I know. I've seen it,
my Twitter is Maria Conchita _A. That's also Instagram. You can see all that there. I'm not. I don't need to lie. I'm not doing this to be a governor or to be a congresswoman or to be. I don't want that. I want to be me, free, sing, act.
Yeah.
But it's our duty as human beings to try to help others.
It's our planet.
It's our planet. If you're happy, the energy that is surrounding you is going to be a happy one.
I agree.
You know, and I want to be happy.
Yeah, everybody does.
I want to laugh.
Yeah.
I want to be able, but I also want others to be happy and laugh and be able to eat. I mean, I wouldn't say everybody should eat every day. I don't know, caviar.
Right.
But you don't need to eat caviar every day. I mean, you need to eat the things that you need to eat to grow up and be healthy, and the kids to be able to learn, to go to school. You need to have food in your system.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, it's tough, but I'm saying it's just funny how your journey was from being Miss World, Miss Venezuela, and going through that to today. And
I started when I was 15. I was Miss Teenager of
15. Wow.
Yeah, Miss Teenager of Venezuela. That you didn't see.
No.
I don't think there's anything on the internet. And then I was Miss Teenager of the World. I won that in Portugal.
Wow.
You know, I was a 15-year-old that was a 15-year-old, not a 15-year-old from nowadays. You know.
Yes, I do know. They're like 15 going on 30 nowadays.
Yeah, completely. Which is sad.
Yeah, I think it's sad too. You should be kids. You should be kids as long as you need to be kids.
I mean, you know, we didn't have all this internet thing
No,
that
didn't.
it took you away. It takes you away from normal things that you can have fun with. You know what I did yesterday, 4th of July? What did you do?
I didn't run watch TV. I didn't do anything else. I watched television.
Okay. I spent the weekend. I rent this house in Malibu, and a beautiful house, whatever. But I came back on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Because I have a dog. I have cats too. But and the fireworks are so
I know, poor
bad
dogs.
for them.
I know.
So bad.
I know.
And the craziness and people.
Yeah.
You know. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back home to LA, Beverly Hills, and I spent my day with a friend, her 2 kids, dogs.
Yeah. Her fur babies.
Mine.
Yes.
We went to a park.
Oh, I like that.
We went and had exercise. We went to Coldwater Canyon and exercised there.
Yeah.
Then we had brunch. Then we picked up our kids, which means dogs.
Yes,
and then we spent the afternoon at the park reading. I'm reading a script for a movie that I'm going to be doing. I will start this weekend. Was internet, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, and I was so happy. Then we had dinner, and it was for me a great 4th of July.
Yeah,
you know.
I like that. I was like you. I unplugged also. I just watched television. My brother and I were hanging out. I was just at home. I didn't want to. I mean,
that's where you wanted to be.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I wanted to be.
That's where I wanted to be. Believe me, I could have been in crazy parties.
Same here.
Drinking, eating, and listening and watching the fireworks.
Same here. But I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
We touched upon that we're going to talk about both your careers because we are celebrating the release of your single, Shake It Out, of course. And your music. We'll talk about that. But also talk about your acting, too, because you've done a varied career in acting. Before we came on, I was saying how you're one of the people in this industry who does both.
Yes, I do. I don't know how.
Yeah, good managers, good people around you, I guess.
You know, I guess
to organize.
The energy makes it happen. I have no idea how, but you know, I put that aside for a while when I was concentrating in the politics. But I want to get into that again. You know, that's why I want to do what I used to do before, which was a movie and then you know, a few tour, a mini tour, back to a movie. But although before I didn't want to, nowadays I want to do it serious. I want to have a series where I can stay home. You know?
Okay, yes.
And then hiatus, I go and do a concert or not. Then I can do a movie or not, whatever. But I do nowadays. I want to stay put.
Yes.
And just have a simple life. You know, that's really what I'm looking for peace and.
I like that. I do like that. So you really missed it after a while when you were doing the politics. So you were like, I miss entertaining.
I do because I love performing in front of the stage. I love seeing myself huge in the movies. You know?
I like that.
I do.
Like that.
I love acting. You can be a lot of different people, you know.
Yes.
You can do a lot of things that you wouldn't do as yourself.
Yeah.
You can kiss great-looking guys, and then you go home. If you have someone, hi, honey, I'm home. You know, after I had a fun time with the set. I can be a nun.
Yeah.
I can be a whore.
Yeah, you can do anything.
I can be
and get away with
evil and get away with it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know, I can resuscitate people and I can kill people. I mean, you know.
Yeah, right. Right.
So and singing. What I like about singing is that mostly the energy that you get on a stage. It's like a live energy that goes through them to you. And I've sang to 300,000 people and down to 100 people. And to tell you the truth, it's all about energy. It doesn't matter how many thousands or hundreds of people are there. It's just the love energy. Because most people are there because they love you, but obviously there's a few that are going to go see her, but most of them are there because they do like you.
Yes. Paula Ferreira says hi.
Hi.
We have a person here who says, "You look beautiful, Maria Conchita."
I thank you so much.
You look beautiful. We're going to show some pictures of some of the things that you've done acting wise, and I would love to have your comments.
Oh, what about that? Wait, that was my first number one.
We're going to show that a little later. So you see right now, I like that song. So we're
I love that. Everybody says you got to do it again. Oh my God.
Yes, I love that song. We're getting there, but we're not going to show that yet because we're doing the acting stuff first. The pictures. The pictures.
The pictures.
Yes, we're doing pictures. We're gonna go to that a little later. I divide like your career doing half and half.
Okay.
Okay, so this first picture is when you did Predator 2. I love that short hairdo.
You know what's funny? It's funny that they made me cut my hair for that
So you really did cut your hair? It's not a wig?
No.
Oh.
It's my real hair. And we filmed it and they showed it on a huge TV show that was from Mexico called Siempre en Domingo, always on Sunday, and it was a marathon, like a whole day.
Wow.
But that show was seen everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And they cut my hair there. It was like, oh my God! But you know what? It looked good. Yeah, but after they cut it, one of the producers said, changed his mind, and he didn't want me to be on the in the movie anymore.
Oh my God!
I know, yeah. So back then I had this very, very powerful manager, and he just picked up the phone. And I did it.
Because you were in the movie, so I'm like,
I did it.
It obviously worked. And so that was a fun one. Let's show the next clip. The next.
The next. Yeah, Predator was with Danny Glover and Ruben Blades.
Yes.
And
now
Gary
this
Busey.
one.
Oh, caught.
You actually won an award. You won an Independent Spirit Award for Best Actress.
It's this. Well, I was nominated.
Oh, you're nominated. Okay.
You know who won?
Who won? Who tell me?
The actress from Fargo.
Oh, Frances McDormand.
Yeah. I was competing against her. So, I mean, good company.
That's great company. Great company.
Yeah. But I remember when we showed this movie, this is with Edward James Olmos. And him is Ari Verveen.
Yeah.
Robert M. Young is a director that is an amazing director. Dominic and Eugene, Zoot Suit. I mean, a lot of the Battle of Gregorio Cortez.
I love Zoot Suit. That was a good film. That was a great film.
We're working on doing a new movie with this team of people. We're doing it in September called In a Little Spanish Town.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so you're reuniting.
We're reuniting, yeah. And this is, if you haven't seen it, people should see it. It's like very hot. It's like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah.
By the way, when I was shooting this movie in New Jersey, at the same time I was doing Kiss of the Spider Woman on Broadway.
Wow.
So they would pick me up. At first it was at 10. Then I'm like, I need 1 more hour of sleep. So they would pick me up at 11.
Okay.
And then they would drop me at 5 o'clock at the theater.
Wow.
And I was so excited about doing that. Two completely different roles.
Definitely.
That one is like she's very common, no makeup, where the suffering, whatever, and the other one is like all glamorous, When I finished shooting the movie and I had only, Kiss the Spider Woman, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? I want to do something else. I'm very, very, hyper. My energy when I love something, But no,
because it's always hard to do two projects at once. I mean, I do a lot of projects at once. I know how much energy it takes, but it's not. I mean,
but it wasn't hard. I was so in love with both projects.
Yeah.
So in love.
That's a good lesson for people. When you love something, it doesn't work, really, is it?
It isn't, and it isn't. You don't want it to end, really.
Right?
I mean, I remember those movies back then. Not Caught, but the others. Sometimes they lasted 2-3 months, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
I want all that back.
Oh yeah, you see, you're back. I
don't regret it. I don't regret my being, a political activist, but I do want, to get back into that.
Right. Well, you're back. So the next one. And this one is a little serious because it's Robin, and of course, rest in peace. That was Moscow on the Hudson, which I did see you in, of course, a big hit film. What are some of your memories of Robin, obviously?
Mira means look.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for you guys out there who don't know. Yes.
Mira, look.
Yes.
Robin was very, very shy.
I've met him before. I know he was shy.
And the combination that he had with the movie's director, producer, writer, Paul Mazursky also, who's they're together now. They're laughing up there.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
It was very amazing. It was very electric because you all of a sudden, you would see Robin very quiet. And, he's I wouldn't call him insecure. No, he's just shy.
Just shy. Okay.
And then Paul, who was completely the opposite, and then they would start like talking and making up things and going crazy, and it would be nonstop laughter. I mean, Robin was too much for this world.
Yeah, they say people say that. Yes,
he was. This world wasn't up to his standards.
Got it.
And I never knew. I could never see that he was going through that. But we can never see what people go through.
That's true. Behind closed doors.
You don't know what I'm going through.
But you had the pleasure of working with him, so you lucked out.
Loved him. Loved the guy. Very humble. Very so sweet.
Yeah.
He wouldn't hurt. Like they say, the fly.
Right. Yeah. Before we get to the next picture, I just want to ask you about someone else who's very big in the industry. Sean Penn did Colors, which was a very interesting film back then when it came out.
They were showing it last night on
really?
on TV. I was forwarding. I didn't really want to see him. I wanted to see me only. Most of the scenes were with him, so I had to see him. Yeah.
But that film was something. But that film in general was something that was very.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. It was in the moment too.
It's a classic. Mm-hmm. Dennis Hopper directed it.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall, amazing in the movie.
Oh, I totally agree.
And it was a real film. We went a few times. Well, I went a few times. They went more to East LA, to all that area, to the clubs at nighttime, and I went a few times with them. A lot of the cholos that were in the movie, they were real.
Yeah, people don't know that they were.
They were real, but they were good people.
Right.
Again, you don't know what
circumstance.
Right. We can't point the finger at like women's on the street doing their job because we don't know what has been happening in their lives.
I agree. It's one of those strange because I grew up in South Central LA myself, so I grew up with gangbangers and stuff. And a lot of them were super nice to me, and I never had a problem with them, and were respectful to my mom or whatever. But they did other things. Yeah. It's one of those things. No one's one-dimensional. So.
No. And I've done things that people have no idea. and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Okay.
I think we all have, haven't we?
Moving on.
Yes.
But, I don't regret it. Yeah. I just, I had to do what I had to do, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Okay, girl, I
never killed anybody, though, for sure.
Same here. And a lot of my stuff was before internet. There was no internet, so I'm very lucky.
No,
yeah. So we lucky, very lucky. So let's show the last picture, because I remember you on this on Desperate Housewives. You were Longoria, of course.
I played her mom.
So that was a lot of fun. You did that. It was a lot of fun. You were funny on there.
I was very funny.
Yes, you were very funny.
I was. Too much for her.
Yes, you were for her character, which is so funny.
For the character, right. Not talking her, but her character was too much. She didn't want me around.
I know. I love it. But it brings up a point because you were on that, and Eva Longoria was 1/5 of those 5 actions. She was Latina, and now after that there was Ugly Betty, and now there's Jane the Virgin and Devious Maids and all that.
Can you believe that I'm not in any of those shows?
I was going to say hello. People, I'm like, hello. She's Latina. She can do it. Come on.
Excuse me. I opened the door for all those ladies.
I know. Isn't that funny? But isn't that great? On one level, isn't that great? It's great.
No, it's fantastic that all this is happening. But there are a few of them that I wouldn't want to be in it, even if they pay me $1 million. I wouldn't. But others, yes.
Yes.
And I have. Well, I shouldn't blame the producers and the writers of those shows, because also I was doing my stuff.
Yeah, you were.
You know, I was kind of like disguised in
Yeah.
another part of the here in LA. I never moved out of LA, but I was in another part of the world, being here in LA.
Yeah.
But anyway, hi you guys.
She's here. She's back. She's here.
I wouldn't say really like my publicist, David's like, I don't like you're gone, you're back, I'm back, But in a way I am, but in a way I'm not. I mean, meanwhile I was away, and I did a movie with Rob Zombie.
Oh yes,
Lords of Salem.
Yes,
I did one.
You've done stuff. You're not really gone.
But people didn't really know that I was around because I wasn't that much,
Right.
I kept singing. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay, my music side.
But what's funny is that you're just letting people know that you are here.
Yes.
That's all we're saying. You're here.
I'm here, and I don't want to. And the only moment that I'd be gone is when God or the energy, whatever, takes me away.
Yeah.
Because I'm not planning to, and it's a step at a time.
It is.
It's hard. It's not impossible at all.
Not at all. You're proof of that. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. I'm not 20, 30, or 40. But it doesn't matter because there's a space for everybody.
Yes.
There is a space for everybody. You see, I was looking at, and I follow them. It's like I love Selena Gomez.
Oh yeah, yes.
She's like my daughter. I want her to play my daughter in a movie that I am working on being produced called Courage.
Okay.
Amazing. She would love it because it's a very strong, serious film.
Okay, good.
Very strong. I would love her to play my daughter.
Yeah.
I think she's very talented.
She's
so pretty. I see her and it's like, oh my God, that was me when I was her age.
Yeah. Because she sings, she acts.
Yeah, and the way that I don't know her personally, but the way I've seen in whatever.
Where she carries herself.
Yeah, she carries herself is very much like I used to do when I was her age, and I also follow Tyler Swift.
Oh, yeah.
I loved her. She has a big voice, not only as a singer, which is the same as me. She goes out there and fights for the others, which is good.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
And she's fighting for herself, which at the same time is for the others. So it's funny. Both of them I follow.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, you came at you're coming out again at the right time, because now there's cable, there's web stuff. They can hire you on anything. You can work on anything.
Yeah, I can work on anything. I do. I've twice had a TV show, one in Mexico and one here with Telemundo. I was the hostess.
Yeah, you were hostess.
I love to interview people.
Yeah.
And that's something that I also have a project. I have so many projects called. It was called Cocktails with MC, but I'm Cocktails with a C. Not with a K.
Yeah, like
but
Chloe,
it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have. But then the other name is Nightlife with Maria with MC.
Okay.
It's also a show where where I interview people and I sing and others sing and we do sketches.
Oh, okay.
I've been working on it for a few years also,
good.
but my mind wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
You see,
I get it.
my mind, it's now here since December.
Good. Okay.
It wasn't there. I didn't care. You presented me, #1 hit of all times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay, what? Yeah.
You weren't in it. And that's a good lesson too. When you're not in it, you're not in it.
You're not in it. No, it doesn't matter what
it is
put in front of your eyes, and
right.
you let it pass by without knowing the potential.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I like that. That's very true. And now we're going to talk about your musical side.
Okay.
I love it. Now we're going to start with the.
Before we finish the musical side,
yes,
I'm going to start shooting a movie this weekend.
Which one are you doing? What are you doing?
It's called. I want to be alone now. It's an indie, beautiful, well written. It's an ensemble piece. It's gonna be. It's a Sundance kind of film, you know.
Okay.
And it's a docu drama. No, how do you call it? It's a comedy drama.
Comedy. Dramedy.
Dramedy.
Dramedy, I guess.
It's a dramedy, yes.
Dramedy. Oh, nice.
And a lot of great actors. I can't name them all, but because I'll forget one or two, and so we before you even started, they're going to be angry.
They'll get mad 'cause you forgot one. Yeah.
So I'm just saying that it's a great fun film.
You're back in.
And there's another TV series that I'm working on producing.
Okay.
Suzanne de Paz and Madison Jones, their team. You know Suzanne de Paz.
Yeah, of course. Old-time Motown stuff back in the day. Yeah.
So she's been a friend for many years.
Oh, wow.
And Madison Jones is an amazing writer who's her partner. And they're doing things right as we speak already. They're green-lighted.
Yes.
And they gave me this project that they have on Madison Road called Secrets. It used to be called Secrets of El Conquistador. We took El Conquistador out because it sounds like from the Spaniards and all that, which is nothing to do. It's like it's a family that owns hotels and is very mean and sex and greedy and it's an amazing story. It's all Latino, but it's in English.
Okay.
So I have all these projects that I really have to. I'm gonna get in my publicist's office and steal one of the rooms there and just start working from there.
Do you like producing?
No.
It's a lot of work. There's a lot of producing. It's a lot of work.
I don't like producing.
I produce. It's a lot of work.
I don't like producing.
You just want to come in and be the artist. You be the artist.
I like it when I like producing already when the project is happening.
Okay.
I don't like getting the money. I hate getting the money. Once we have the money,
you're ready to go.
I mean, I love getting the actors and doing casting and the everyday thing while we're shooting, that, and I'm great at it.
Yeah.
Not finding the money.
It's hard. Ugh,
but there's some people that are so good at it.
I know, and they obviously get the funding. They do. It works.
Oh my gosh! They get funding for horrible movies, and you're like, how could they do that? Teach me, please. It's like, or horrible TV series. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Anyway,
I love you. That's why we're together. Okay, I love it. But that's exciting. So we have stuff to look forward to coming out from you. That's be good. Now with the music, we're going to show a clip that I love, and it's from back in the late '70s. It was your first #1 hit, "Love Maniac," which is a great song.
First one. It was called "Love Maniac." Yeah, my name was Amber. That's why that little thing there that is Amber.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the story before you show it.
Okay, tell your story.
The story is that I was already known as a beauty pageant. I was a big model.
Yes.
And I was starting my acting career.
Okay.
So they said, you can't do it all because people say, oh, she's horrible. So they launched the song with the name of Amber. They named me Amber because of the power and the color and the strength and the energy that Amber has.
Yeah.
And for like about 5 days on the radio stations, they were playing the song saying, "This is Amber. Who is Amber?" Nobody knew because it was in English.
Yeah.
And it was at the time of disco music.
Yes,
so
it
people
was,
would go, Donna Summer, Gloria Gaynor, whatever, and Thelma, whatever.
Oh, Houston, yeah.
Yeah, and no one was even close to Maria Conchita Alonso, And the song, after a week, it was like very, how do you say, effervescent? Effervescent.
Effervescent?
No, like boiling water.
Okay.
After a week, it was like, and then it was #1 for like 3 months.
I remember the song. I totally remember
It's like, so I need to do this song again. Listen to this.
should.
This was my first video when there was no videos.
Yes, exactly.
No videos existed.
I know they did have videos back then.
So it was a TV show. It was a special they did on me, and now my video.
Let's show that.
Love Maniac. Oh my gosh.
I love it. Love the gloves.
Oh my God, I was like very crazy. See the guy on the left with the guitar?
Yeah.
He's the writer, producer, Rudy La Scala.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, let's just hear the song. I love it.
Yeah. So disco, I love it.
Oh my gosh, I gotta do it. Here's the chorus. Oh, the chorus. Oh my gosh. Mad, that's what they call me, Mad.
I love it.
'Cause I swear
It's so fun. I love the song. It's so fun.
This guy, Rudy La Scala, the guitar player, as I say, he wrote it and he produced it. He's a very big, Italian, Venezuelan songwriter, and he just wrote another song in Spanish that we just recorded.
Oh, wow, okay. Very good.
Yes, and it's a very hot song that I can't tell you what it's about because and now we're gonna shoot the video.
Okay, good.
He's been buying all this equipment because he wants to do he's very out there. He's a little cuckoo, like we all.
Well, they're good. They're good. We're all a little cuckoo. It's good.
And I respect him a lot. And so anyway, so this is something that is coming also that I did with Rudy. So I have my Shake It Out song in English. And,
now that in Spanish.
And then this one in Spanish.
How did you get in touch with him? I mean, we're talking years later.
He moved here to LA.
Oh, okay. LA. There you go.
And he's very well known because he's written for a lot of big names in the Spanish-speaking world, and even himself. He tours by himself.
Okay.
And he just called me, and we had a little fall off. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, a fall off. Yeah. Okay.
Years and years ago, and he just called and I apologized, and I apologized, and we hugged and kissed, and
I love it.
He grew, and I grew,
which we do,
and now we're going to have an amazing song.
Wow!
Everything he touches, he does. It's huge.
Well, it's a good testament because if you stay in the business long enough and you grow and change, I mean. You can make up with anybody. You can have a fallout with anybody. You can make up with anybody at some point. I mean, we all change and grow. Well, I'm not the same person I was at 19 or 25.
Isn't it sad not to?
I know. I know some people who
I'm never going to be old. I'm always going to have a young spirit.
So I think me too. Same here.
So as time goes by, it's normal. It's when people make fun of people that are older, like me. Okay, I said, "Oh, really? You're going to die soon?"
Right.
Because as far as I know, we all age.
Yeah.
The youth stays in your energy and your mind and your spirit.
I agree.
And I bet I'm younger than her.
That's the thing. I know some young old people. I know some old young people.
Yeah,
I know both.
Yeah. So it's like I'm never gonna be old ever. The day I be old is when I have nothing else to dream about.
Same here. I like that. I agree with you on that completely. Because I work with a lot of people who are in their 20s. They're like, you have so much energy. I'm like, because that's what I do.
Yes. It's a dream. You can never stop dreaming.
When you have nothing else you want to accomplish, then you should just die.
Oh my God,
you
should. Or at least smoke a joint all day long and just do nothing. Die.
Right, because I always have things I want to do. Like always. Now you also notable because this is considered one of your biggest hits. You worked with Giorgio Moroder, who talk about disco dance pop legend.
Yes.
Who worked with like Donna Summer, of course. He was famous from here, of course.
Yes.
But he asked you to write some lyrics to a song in Spanish for Scarface's Vamos a Bailar. Let's play a short clip of that.
Okay.
It's pictures of Scarface, but we want to hear the song.
Yeah, I did a video also for it, but it's okay. Let's see. Yeah, he produced.
So you wrote the lyrics to this?
I wrote the lyrics and I sang it.
Yeah.
And in the movie, it's in the soundtrack.
Yes, it is.
But in the movie, it's when they're playing basketball and a bus full of, I guess, Cubans arrive.
Yeah.
It's about freedom, It's like I can cry or I can laugh if I want. Only with freedom you can do that, But I was shooting Moscow on the Hudson in New York.
Got it. Okay.
When Giorgio wanted me to come and do this.
Wow.
And I begged Paul Mazursky. They don't do that normally because of the insurance policy.
Right.
It's like in the middle of a movie.
And I was like, I know, I love it.
Es que no, you want to dance with me, baby?
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm like, of course, I'm ready.
So, se say, mira que rico es. Rico, I know everybody knows that word, But anyway, so I'm like, Paul, you gotta let me go, please, you gotta let me go. So he did.
Okay.
I came back to LA, I recorded the song, and then I went back the next day to New York.
Yeah. I think you worked with, he is a music legend. He still does stuff. He's still doing stuff today.
He's back again.
Yeah.
He just did a CD with Britney Spears, with a bunch of
he did one with also, it's a song of his he did recently with Kylie Minogue, which is a big thing.
With Kylie Minogue, And so I want to get back, I want to get a hold of him again,
Yeah, you should be doing more dance music too. You're a good dance artist.
Yes.
You
check it out.
Exactly. So
check it out and let your hair down.
And
Go on, soak
so
up
where'd that song come
summer
from? Where'd that song come from?
Oh, that's fun. You know, my partner in this with this song, Rob Fenton, he's a producer friend of mine, and he took me. I can't remember now if it was 2 or 3 years ago, to meet this record producer in Malibu, Gary Miller. He's from England. And he played us a few songs, and this was one of the ones that he played. And Rob was like, "Oh, that's a great song." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool." Again, what I was telling you before.
Yeah, yes.
You know, I wasn't ready to get into the studio.
Oh, you weren't ready. Okay.
This was 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Or
Okay.
3. And I just recorded it 2 months ago.
Oh my God.
And it was, oh my God, this is a great song, after listening to it and saying, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, he has no idea about Spanish, but as you can see, it has a Spanish vibe.
Yes, it does, very much.
As well as a little bit of reggaeton.
Yes, a little bit, yes.
And he created a word called chicalitas, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
hola sexy chicalitas, dance until the dawn. I'm like, what? I don't understand what you're talking about here. She's like, it doesn't matter.
Yes. I'm like, that sounds good. So,
Chica
we
is
got
girl.
that right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
chica.
Lita, I have no idea what it is. So we left the chicalitas because it's like a made-up word that he did. So I'm really working on this song now. I'm putting my team together, you know, which I didn't have before.
Yeah.
You know, I have my agent and music manager and acting manager, and my publicist, and I'm going to meet with a couple of labels. I didn't want to, you know, but now I do. Now I say, you know, because now things are so different.
Yes,
you know?
they are different now than
It's
before.
like they take a percentage comes out of everywhere.
Yeah. Oh,
All of a
yes.
sudden, it's like, oh my
Yes.
God, now I have like 2% left.
Yes, right. I have a
You know?
penny.
But I'm saying to myself, of course, I was going to say, I don't care. Of course I care.
Right,
But I don't care. You see, I care, but I don't care because I need to make this song a big hit.
There we go. That's what it is.
So whatever it is needed
You'll
to
do
except certain things that I want.
Yes, certain things, yes.
I will do it.
Yeah, yeah.
This song has to be played in the discotheques. You know, the,
Yeah, you want a
the
bigger-
gay world
We'll love
loves it.
Well, I know. Yes,
And they
definitely.
love me.
Yes, of course.
Because they know
Hello.
that I love them.
Yes, of course. You're La Reina, of course.
Respect,
Hello,
you know?
yes. Well, yes.
And I have a friend in Marbella, and I have another friend in Ibiza. They
yes,
said, you know,
yeah.
we're going to help you put it on.
Oh,
because
good.
now August is the huge month in Europe,
Yes,
you know?
it is. Yes, it is.
So this is, but sometimes I get anxiety. It's like, we need to move fast, you know? It's like, I do a show called Grandiosas.
Okay.
Grandiosas has 2 meanings.
Okay.
The great goddesses,
Okay.
or the greatest ones.
The greatest ones, yeah.
This is our 6th year.
Oh,
the
wow.
creator is a young producer who's 33 years old.
Okay.
He started 6 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
He grew up. He's gay,
Yeah.
and he grew up with us and wanting to, you know.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
productions are amazing.
Wow, okay.
The lighting, the ideas that
love
he
it.
has, incredible. So, Grandiosas signed with Universal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mexico.
Okay.
And now I have a show there, the 22nd in Mexico City.
Very good.
And they're going to give us our gold album.
Oh, okay.
So Grandiosas won a gold album,
Wow,
which
very
is
good.
nowadays it's like
hard to get.
It's hard to get. It's, you know, you don't have to sell like a lot like
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
but it's still because you need to
yes.
sell to get
Yeah,
a gold
no, yeah,
album.
yeah.
You know, so I'm going to sing here the 19th.
Yes, at the Vibrato Grill Jazz in Beverly Glen at 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's a great little club, jazz club, that Herb Alpert owns.
Oh, wow.
It's up in the little mall of Beverly Glen,
Yes,
which is near Mulholland.
Yes.
I love that place.
Yeah, it's nice over there.
And you can have dinner there. It's a great restaurant. It's very the lighting is very cozy.
Ooh, and soft and everything,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, the acoustic is like incredible.
Wow, okay. Oh, good. Okay.
A lot of industry people go there because
Okay.
it's very private.
Okay, makes sense.
It's very out there, you know, in that
Yeah.
mall that
Yeah.
nobody knows a lot about,
Yeah.
you know. So it's called Close to Maria Conchita.
Okay.
And I did it in May. And it was incredible.
Wow, okay, good.
And some people got left out because they didn't make reservations, and
Yeah.
then they couldn't get in because then fire people come and say everybody out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I wanted to keep singing,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing it again now.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I do American standards.
Oh, good.
So all the ones that don't speak Spanish will sing along with me.
Yeah, sure,
and,
yeah.
And know the songs, I'm singing from Misty to Misty Blue
wow.
to Hotel California
okay.
to this Love Country. I want to record a country music.
I can see you doing that.
Oh my gosh, completely.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
It's where the only rock and roll is left in country.
Right, no, right, exactly.
So
I agree. I totally agree.
One of the songs I sing it as a country song, which is "Take the ribbon from your hair."
Oh, yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I do.
"Shake it loose and let it fall." Chris Christopherson, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah, they're all great. All great.
Anyway, so I do a few songs in English, and then I do a few of my number ones in Spanish. Not all of them, because people don't know, but except yours, Spanish speaking world.
Yeah, they know.
I have a lot of number ones.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
In Spanish, so I will do a few of them, and then since I don't have them all, set up with the musicians, and there was a mixture last time. There was a big mixture of Anglos and Spanish speaking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A lot, but the whole show I speak in English.
Okay.
So they were asking me for songs in Spanish that we don't have, and then I do a few a cappellas, little pieces of some of the songs so that everybody can go home happy.
Yeah, it's because again, like I said, you do dual careers. Okay, so you've been nominated and have won countless awards. Yeah. But I want to go back to the first time you were nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
For Best Latin Artist back in the day. How did it feel? That's like the industry. Now we have Latin Grammys.
That's the Oscar of the music industry.
Right.
No, and what's great is that, not to put them down, but it was not the Grammy Latinos. It was the American Grammys. Mm-hmm. Back then, we were not separated from the normal Grammys. Right. Which I was not happy that they did that.
Me too. I wish they would stay together.
Yes. It's like having let's have now the African American Grammys.
Exactly.
Hey, they have the Asian Grammys.
Right,
it's like,
exactly. I don't like that either. I wish they should stay together.
No.
It's all just one music thing.
Yeah, we did have to fix things.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Like, I was nominated in the same category as Plácido Domingo. Hello? I don't think so. He won't sing what I do, and I will never sing what he does. Okay, so I shouldn't be competing, or he shouldn't be competing against me. Yeah. Neither one. So those things needed to be fixed. Yeah. But no, they decided to move ahead. But anyway, it was great. Yeah. I loved it. It was. I was a presenter also a couple of times, and that's the spotlight that I'm getting back into.
Yeah, you're gonna get nominated again.
Yeah, and win again, because 3-time nominated and not a winner yet.
It's your time.
It's waiting for me.
Yeah, it's waiting for you. It's your time.
And isn't it amazing that at this darn age of my life, it's going to happen. Yeah. If you would have told me a few years ago that I was going to be here talking to you, doing these singing, Shake It Out, and working on projects and whatever, I would have said, what?
Right.
No. My idea was to have a little bar, restaurant, little one on the beach in Spain, maybe, or Mexico. Every night there's, all the walls full of my newspaper clips and magazines, and then each night one night have a guitar player, another night have a piano player, another night percussion, and me sing whenever that was what I wanted to do.
Sounds good.
Just relax, have fun, and not this. It's like starting again.
Yeah, it is.
It's not really, but yes, because so it's like, well, okay, I'm here, you guys. Hello, and you're better than ever.
You're an inspiration to people that feel like life's done at 30.
Oh my gosh, that's so horrible. But it's not their fault; it's the industry fault.
Right, it's industry fault. But life does go on.
Oh my gosh! And in Europe,
it's way different.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you are 30 or 60, if you're skinny or fat, if you're pretty or ugly, it doesn't matter.
No, I know, all right.
If you're yellow, black, white, blue,
they don't care.
As long as you have talent.
Yes, I agree.
And if you have talent, and besides that, you have the amazing background that I have.
You do.
It's so different in Europe. It's so different.
It is very different in Europe.
Yeah.
So you have your Spanish fans, you have your English fans. Are there any differences, do you feel? or are they about the same at this point?
Well, the Spanish fans could get a little bit more heated.
Oh really? Oh really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, because that's our blood,
culture. Yeah, that's
our
true.
culture. We are very extremely passionate.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's
Nope.
just a difference, you
Nope.
know. Also, when you grow, the reason why we have fans that are so young in the Latino world is because you grew up with your parents or your older siblings,
Your abuelas,
or your
everybody.
abuelas, and
Tias, yeah.
everybody, you know, listen to your songs when you're growing up, and if you don't know the song, what are you talking about? Listen, you know, she's Maria Conchita. What are you?
Yes, exactly. Very true.
Yeah, I would say the respect is there in either side. I mean, in either culture, but because of our boiling blood,
Yes, like I said,
we
I
can
agree with that.
get a little bit more like out there.
Yeah. Yes. We'll say it. That's the nice way of putting it. The nice way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why is your family so loud, James? Like, well, we're loud.
Yes.
We're having a good time. We're just a little louder than others.
Yes.
Good time. I love it. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh,
You have to come back anytime.
It's yes, thank you. I will, because as we've been saying here,
movies, stuff
James,
coming out,
this is
yes.
like the beginning of a new.
Yes.
I was reborn. June 29, I was reborn.
I like that.
You know.
Well, I'm
and
behind you 100%.
Thank you so much. I love being here today with you, James.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Now, folks, she's playing. We say it one more time. She is playing on July 19th at the Vibrato Grill Jazz in Beverly Glen, 8 p.m. You can go to mariaconchita.rocks for more information on that one.
Yeah, that's my website.
That's your website, so go on there.
MariaConchita.rocks, and you can download the song there.
Yes.
You will help a lot doing it there than in any of the other places.
Go there. Go there.
MariaConchita.rocks. Rocks, which is ROCKS. And also the 19 vibrato. You'll find everything there.
Yeah, so go there. Just go there.
And when I shoot the movie with Eddie Olmos,
yes,
in a little Spanish town in September, oh man, you're gonna love it. You know, we play. He's the owner of a club. It's a mixture of Chicago, Moulin Rouge. What's the other one? And Chicago, Moulin Rouge, and the other one is there's another one there. But anyway, it's a very hot feel, and I'm singing.
And it's James Olmos. He's great.
Oh my God, he's fantastic.
Amazing
I love my Eddie Olmos and Bob Young, Robert Young. Anyway, this is it. Bye, guys.
You can find this, of course, on our YouTube page and on our Facebook, YouTube and iTunes, and go there and go to Spotlight on. Maria Conchita Alonso will be on there. I'll post it on my pages too, which is at James Lott Jr. And she'll post it on hers too.
Maria Conchita _A. That's my Instagram.
You'll be able to find this everywhere. Share with everybody who didn't see this, doesn't know about it. Share it with them. Let them know and see this wonderful woman in this great interview, and she is here.
Bye, Valeria, Piolinilla. Thank you.
They say great interview, Paula,
Thank you,
Valeria.
James, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, my
Thank you all of you who wrote and asked questions or whatever.
Yes. Hey, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.